are back in 2025, hitting up 3 brand new CEX stores, looking for awesome games to add to the collection here on the Crazy World of CEX. Welcome to my continuing mission to visit every CEX store in the entire world. From the weird to the wonderful, the big to the small, I am here to visit them all. This is the Crazy World of CEX. Hello again, folks, and welcome back to the Crazy World of CEX. My challenge to try and visit every single CEX store in the entire world. And so far in this series, we have visited over 70 different CEX stores from all around the UK. And while I've visited many towns and cities so far already over the course of 2025, a lot of these places we have visited their local CEX store before. But that changes today, as today we are hitting up 3 brand new CEX stores here on the Crazy World of CEX. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button and please subscribe, as I put new videos out every Saturday night at 5, as well as bonus content throughout the week. I really want you folks along for the ride. And if you ever miss an episode of the Crazy World of CEX, fear not, I'll link them all down below in a playlist, as I may have already visited your local CEX store, or I may be visiting it in the very near future. Now, onto our first CEX store this time. Our first stop this time is Basildon, and full disclaimer, yes, this was December 2024. But straight away, this was really cool to see the physical version of Baldur's Gate 3 with a price tag of £120. This store had some really nice retro consoles, including this boxed NES, which was in really nice condition. One of my favourite of the fantastic coloured N64 consoles, and this really nice blue camo Neo Geo console. Really nice things. Now, this is a fairly large CEX store, and that was just the tip of the iceberg of the window display. And heading to the glass cabinet of dreams, there were some really nice bits in here, including this Gears 5 Xbox One controller, which was one of my favourite limited edition controllers, and loads of really nice retro, including a Mega CD game, which I have been looking for so long. It's so hard to find Mega CD games, and I was blown away I'll be able to pick this one up today. There was also some really nice kind of bigger box games for the Xbox 360, including a very nice condition of Deadfall Adventures, a game you do not see in this condition very often. Speaking of things you don't see very often, check out this PlayStation 1 mouse. Yes, there was a mouse release specifically for the PS1 console. It's the best way I've heard to play Command & Conquer, and something I do need for my collection at some point. But I'm holding out for a boxed PS1 mouse, and it's a very rare thing to see indeed. But again, some incredible retro here today. Speaking of boxed, here's something you don't see very often. Brand new boxed Wii accessories. Really cool to see here in Basildon. And there was also some hidden retro hiding behind the glass cabinets here. It's always worth looking in the most unexpected of places for those cool little hidden retro games. So you can see here, loads of Saturn games, loads of Master System, Mega Drive. I guess I just can't display everything, but it's worth keeping an eye out. Now, it's not something you see very often, but it's always cool to see PlayStation 2 cardboard. But unfortunately, this copy of Lara Croft Tomb Raider Anniversary was a little bit rough, so I did leave it behind. There was a very large PlayStation 4 section here at Basildon, and this did make me laugh. Going through the shelves here, I saw this copy of the Dark Souls trilogy with this hilarious sticker on right here. I just love it when the staff have a little bit of fun, and I think this is something we need to see in more CEX stores, as honestly, it really brightened my day. I'm always on the lookout for cardboard sleeves or different slip covers like this when I'm shopping in CEX, as more often than not you can get these at a bargain price. And speaking of a bargain price, I think this is a game that's worth picking up now for the Xbox 360, the Devil May Cry HD Collection. I'm genuinely surprised this one hasn't gone up in price a lot more, and I wonder if it will go up in price very soon, so definitely want to grab cheap while you can. The theme of today here at Basildon definitely seemed to be variants. Heading to the PlayStation 5 section, there were some really cool variants here, such as this Elden Ring. I don't think it's a special edition, I think it's a different kind of cover with a little bit of an art book, but very cool to see. I love me a lenticular cover. Dragon's Dogma is slowly going down in price, and one I'll be definitely picking up soon. But has anyone played this game, The Chant? I see this all the time. It looks super cool, but I don't really know a lot about it. And this one was definitely called Dust Bowl. A game I have been tempted to pick up, but again, I'm going to wait for the price drop. This is definitely a topic a lot of people are talking about at the moment, myself included, reprinted covers at CEX. And this one was a real shame. So I've been on the lookout for this one for a while, but not with a reprinted cover. Some really cool Xbox 360 games here I nearly missed, including Tetris Evolution, a really good version of this classic game, which I think is exclusive to the Xbox 360, but if I'm wrong, comment down below. Final things here at Basildon, check out the size of the Wii section here. This has to be one of the biggest Wii sections I've ever seen in any CEX store. And last cool find here at Basildon this time, a copy of Resident Evil 2, the board game. If you are a board game fan or a game fan, you need to check this one out. It is an absolutely incredible board game. Our next stop this time on the Crazy World of CEX is Morley. Now this is a much smaller CEX store, but we do not judge a CEX store by its size, we judge it by its contents. And straight away we have another one of the fantastic coloured N64s, this time the jungle green, which I think could be my favourite colour of N64, but let me know yours in the comments down below. As I said then, this is a fairly small CEX store, as you can see from the video, but let's head straight to the glass cabinet of dreams. And in here we have some pretty decent retro, and a fairly sizable selection of Sega Saturn games. Something you don't see very often these days, probably due to their cardboard cases, which more often than not have become damaged over the years. But these were in really nice condition, as were these PS1 games, once again in really nice condition and really cool to see. It was also cool to see a very large selection of loose Game Boy games. Now, as a rule, I don't pick up loose Game Boy games, but let me know in the comments down below. Should I start picking these up loose? As there's so many games I either want to play or replay from this absolutely iconic console. Now this is what I normally expect to see of a Nintendo Wii section here in any CEX store. This is around the normal side to compare to that giant selection earlier. Going back to another theme from earlier, these kind of slip cases for games, and this copy of Zone of the Enders was absolutely shining. Moving on to the Xbox Series X and Xbox One section, we had some more really cool variants here, including first off this copy of Tekken. Now I'm not the biggest beat-up fan, so I did decide to leave that one behind, but oh boy, this is a remake I'm excited to play. Resident Evil 4. I have heard this is one of the best remakes of all time, but I am holding out for the Steelbook version of that game, but I just never seem to find it. Again, carrying on the Xbox 360 section, we have another cardboard variant here for Ace Combat Assault Horizon, and Xbox 360 cardboard, I'm grabbing it. Keeping it Xbox 360 themed, here is a game I've been looking for a very long while. The Worms collection for the Xbox 360. Some of my favourite couch multiplayer games of all time. And thankfully this had the manual, and yeah, I've been looking for this one for a very long while. This was cool, but a rabbit hole I don't think I want to go down. Bundle copies for the Xbox 360. Again, a cool variant, but a rabbit hole I'm not really ready to go down just yet. Not to be outdone by the Xbox, here at Morley, the PlayStation 4 section also had some really cool cardboard slip cases with this copy of Sonic Mania. Now this is a game I've been hoping would drop in price eventually, but it just never seems to drop in price. So the question is, should I just pick this up now or wait? Our final stop this time on the Crazy World of CEX is Grantham, and once again I would say this is a fairly small CEX store, but straight away it had a strong window display. Some really nice Sega Saturn games here with the X-Men game, and Aqua Blue PlayStation 2, which is a variant of this console you do not see very often, and I cannot believe it, a third fantastic coloured N64 console. A very strong window display here at Grantham CEX, and hopefully this continues inside and we manage to find some cool bits. As you can see then, like I said, this is a fairly small CEX store, but as always, we don't judge a CEX store by its size, we judge it by its contents. And heading straight to the glass cabinet of dreams, there's some great contents here. We've got some boxed Game Boy games, Mega Drive, NES, PS1, a little bit of everything, and most importantly, all in really nice condition, and a strong start here at Grantham. Now this is a weird one, this collector's edition of WWE 2K, the Hulk Hogan edition. It just feels kind of wrong picking up anything Hulk Hogan related these days, but let me know in the comments down below. It is one I am missing from my collection. It's one of the final 2K collector's editions I do need, and eventually I should add it to the collection. This is a great example of how prices change in CEX. Kingdom Come Deliverance. A couple of months ago, this game was around £5. It is now back up to £20 because its sequel has been released. It goes to show it's always worth picking up games while they're cheap, as you never know when prices are going to go back up, which is something I did with the OG Xbox. I have over 500 OG Xbox games in my collection, and I picked up most of these for a matter of pounds each. It's a console a lot of people sleep on, and honestly it has one of the best libraries of any console ever released. And if you're not collecting for the original Xbox, I think you're missing out. Give it a try. It's a cheap, fun console to collect for. Unlike the PlayStation Vita, which is a fun console to collect for, but it is hard to find games, and more often than not they are very expensive. I have a small collection, but it's a hard console to collect for. Final find here at Grantham. Behind the counter they had a lot of quote unquote CEX rarities and even more incredible awesome retro, including a fairly large selection of Sega Saturn games. And like I said earlier in this video, it is not very often you see Sega Saturn games, and especially not very often you find them in decent condition. You just knew I had to pick at least one of these up. I have a fairly sizable Saturn collection, but it's very hard to find games in decent condition these days. So yeah, I grabbed one of these games as it was super cheap and in incredible condition. Our final stop this time, as is tradition here on the Crazy World of CEX, is my local CEX store here in the fine city of Norwich. And I am on the hunt for a specific PlayStation 5 game, as this game has come in stock here at my local store. This is a throwback survival horror game, which I've been wanting to play for a very long while. Tormented Souls. Basically, it's a PlayStation 1 era survival horror game. Think Resident Evil with fixed camera angles, but with PS5 graphics. And for £8, I'm very excited to play this one. As you've seen throughout this episode, every CEX store I go to, I'm on the lookout for cool variants, and this one goes to show these variants don't necessarily need to be expensive. £1 for Evolve, yep, I'm grabbing that one. But some of these can be slightly more expensive. F1 2018 here is probably one I'm going to leave behind because I'm not the biggest F1 fan. This Fahrenheit slipcase was very cool, but this is a fairly pricey game, so I might wait to see if I can pick this one up cheaper in the future. But as a Fallout fan, I've got a soft spot for Fallout 76. I'm going to grab this one. Back to the games room. Here we are then, back in the games room after hitting up 3 brand new CEX stores here on the Crazy World of CEX. And our first pickup from that first CEX store we visited personifies everything I love about hunting in CEX, as you literally never know what you're going to find. Now, I collect for every single console imaginable, including some very obscure consoles, and it doesn't get much more obscure than the Sega Mega CD, and I could not believe I managed to find this game in this condition in a CEX store, complete for £45. Dungeon Master 2 Skull Keep for the Mega CD. Now it is getting harder and harder and harder to find Mega CD games, not just in the wild but in CEX, and to find this game in this condition for this price is the absolute personification of why I hunt in CEX. Next up we hit up CEX Morley, and of all of my video game console collections, one of the biggest is the Xbox 360. I have over 500 Xbox 360 games, and it amazes me. I keep finding games to add to that collection, and one of the main things I'm always on the lookout for is Xbox 360 cardboard, as much like many other collectors, I am a cardboard fetishist, and as soon as I saw this game I knew I had to pick it up as it was an absolute bargain price. Just look at this slipcase for Ace Combat Assault Horizon for just £3. That's because, much like Steelbook, CEX will often sell special editions of games like this for the same price as the standard edition. This has a couple of extra bits inside here. It does of course have a copy of the game, which is in absolutely incredible condition. It looks like this has never been played. It is complete with 2 discs. It has the game disc and also the game soundtrack. It has a code for some DLC, which I'm sure is totally run out by now. The manual, because a lot of Xbox 360 games still had manual, but that's not all. It also has this pilot's instructions, which is super cool. I just love extra little bits like this with my video games, and for £3, I couldn't leave this one behind. But that's not all. I also managed to pick up another Xbox 360 game from Morley, which I've been hunting for the longest time. A lot of Xbox 360 games have gone up in price and rarity over the past few years, and it has taken me a long while to find a CIB copy of the Worms collection, and this is again in absolutely incredible condition. This game has gone from a £10 game to an £18 game very, very quickly, and I absolutely love the Worms franchise. But the reason this has been so hard to find is that it does come with a manual, and this manual has been very, very hard to find, but I'm a patient man, and eventually now I've found a CIB copy of this must-have Xbox 360 banger. The final brand new CEX store we visited this time was Grantham, and again this is another reason I love hunting for retro games in CEX, because you can get some bona fide bargains. We have a CIB cardboard retro game for under £10. It's for a fairly obscure console as well. Not a lot of people collect for the Sega Saturn, but I love collecting for it, even though it's an absolute pain because of these cardboard cases. And when I see a game in this good condition for this price, I ain't leaving it behind. This game is Virtua Fighter, and this is in incredible condition for its age, and especially because of that cardboard case. This was just £8. £8 in 2025 for a CIB retro cardboard game is insane, and I do mean CIB. This comes with the manual, and it is a chunky boy and in fantastic condition. And honestly, this is one of the main reasons I hunt in CEX, is you never know what you're going to find, and you can find some absolute bargains. Finally, as is tradition here on the Crazy World of CEX, we hit up my local CEX store here in the fine city of Norwich, and the cardboard theme of this episode has continued as I picked up some bargain modern cardboard. First off, we have this copy of Evolve. Yes, it's a game which is super cheap, but for just £1 I picked up this Xbox One game with this really nice embossed sleeve cover. Sleeve covers like this are the kind of things people are going to be looking for in years to come, and now it's time to grab these while they're cheap, and that's why I grabbed this copy of Fallout 76 for the PlayStation 4. Again, I think this was about £3.50, and this cardboard slipcase is in absolutely incredible condition. Even better, inside we have the Tricentennial edition of Fallout 76. For £3.50, this is an absolute bargain, and with that slipcover, I just couldn't leave it behind. Our final pickup this time from my local CEX store is this game right here, Tormented Souls. And I've been reading about this game online, and this game has me intrigued. It is a classic survival horror game for the PlayStation 5 for just £8, and this is a throwback to old school survival horror games. This is fixed camera angle. Think Resident Evil 1, Resident Evil 2 back on the PS1, but with updated graphics. I'm super excited to jump into this one, and for £8 it's an absolute bargain. So I'm hoping this is a good game, as I love my survival horror games, and especially those with fixed cameras. So yeah, very excited to jump into this one, and I'll be letting you know if this one's very good very soon here on the channel. There we have it then, folks. That was another episode of the Crazy World of CEX, and 3 more stores crossed off the list of the frankly hundreds more I still have to visit all around the world. But in visiting these stores, I'm hoping to build my dream game collection, and I hope you folks join me for this wild ride. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe, and who knows, maybe I'll be hitting up your local CEX next time on the Crazy World of CEX. See y'all soon!